Am I the asshole for leaving menstrual pads in a visible place in the bathroom? My husband, his friend, and I are currently on vacation, sharing a rented apartment with just one bathroom. Yesterday, I got my period and bought some pads. I left them on the bathroom counter in a semi-sheer bag, where they weren't even visible. However, my husband thought this was inappropriate and could make his friend uncomfortable, knowing that someone in the apartment is bleeding. I argued that menstruation is a natural process and should not be considered gross or dirty. Women shouldn't be shamed or stigmatized because of it, as this has historically caused women to suffer. My husband didn't respond, but I'm still wondering if I was in the wrong for leaving the pads this way. Edit: can we get any feedback from males? My husband says all responses are from females, and that's why I was voted not the asshole. Verified man here. You must be joking. He was upset that there were unopened feminine hygiene products on the counter? I think your husband is a 12-year-old boy in disguise. Not the asshole maybe if you left used pads unwrapped on the counter. That would be an issue. But menstrual supplies are just a normal part of human existence and your husband needs to get over it. Not the asshole for the exact reasons you stated. If it makes his friend uncomfortable, I would be very surprised and concerned. Does toilet paper make him uncomfortable? Knowing that someone in the apartment is pooping? Tears of joy. It's just a natural bodily process. If a 30-year-old is made uncomfortable by the idea of being around a woman on her period, that's kind of a him problem, not a you one. Not the asshole. I, a man, carry them in my bag as part of my first aid kit because one time there was an emergency and my so needed one and didn't have one. So if that ever happens again I will be ready. Edit. Your edit is pretty sad. And very telling that he had a pretty uneducated and misogynistic upbringing. TBH, I had a pretty conservative upbringing and zero education about the matter. But any rational and mature person should learn to adapt. Hopefully he can use this as an opportunity to reconsider his views. What if he ever has a daughter? My husband thought this was inappropriate and could make his friend uncomfortable, knowing that someone in the apartment is bleeding. Not the asshole. Your husband is, though. At any given time, approximately 20-25% of all the women on Earth of childbearing age are menstruating. It's possible that one of those women might be in close proximity to your husband and his friend. Does your husband seriously think his friend can't handle that idea? Anyone who has such weird notions about menstruation should not be allowed anywhere near a vagina until they grow up. That edit is major red flags. Your edit makes your husband look even worse. Only the opinions of other men matter? Okay. Edit to add not the asshole. Guy. Not the asshole. WTF? Not the asshole, you're not smacking a used pad across his friend's forehead. Menstruation is normal. Freaking out over sealed unused pads on a bathroom counter is not normal. Not the asshole. From the title, I assumed used. From reading, they are literally clean and unopened. Your husband and his friend can grow the fuck up. Does he hide unused band-aids, too? Not the asshole. Guy here. It's stupid and juvenile to be uncomfortable around someone who's menstruating. Grow up, guys. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Husband has some issues. Does he get embarrassed if you leave tissues out because someone in the house has mucus? Not the asshole. Anyone living with a menstruating woman should accept the fact that yes, in fact, sometimes you will be on your period and have menstrual products within reach. If he had a cold and you made him hide all the tissues in the house, I am sure it would annoy him too. Lol. Male here. Responding to the edit. Grow up. Husband man. Women shouldn't be made to hide or feel shame for a bodily function they can't control. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. We are women. We bleed. It happens. Get over it. It's just the way our bodies work. Any man who cannot deal with the simple biological truth is too immature to be in a relationship with a woman. Misogynists are always the assholes. Not the asshole. It's actually your husband who has the issue, not his mate. You have realized that, I hope. For me, that's a real worry for whatever other archaic notions he has about women. Why are men so up their asses about women on their period? Blood comes from the vagina, a place men like to spend time in 3 weeks out of the month. 1 week we bleed out of that same place, and all of a sudden we should hide in a shed in a field. Because it's gross and dirty? Not the asshole. These are unused pads. However, my husband thought this was inappropriate and could make his friend uncomfortable, knowing that someone in the apartment is bleeding. Has his friend said anything, or is this just pure speculation from your husband? Man here. Husband is ta. You're not the asshole. Do we care if there are men out there who are made uncomfortable by menstrual products? No, we do not. Do we care if men are made uncomfortable by the sight of women breastfeeding their babies? No, we do not. Do we care if misogynists are creeped out by normal female activities? No, we do not. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. It's 2023. Not the Dark Ages. Menstruation is as natural as breathing. If his friend can't handle the sight of a pad, he needs to grow up. Not the asshole. A man isn't going to melt if he sees a packet of pads. Dude here. Honestly couldn't care less, and my girlfriend keeps some in the bathroom along with tampons and liners. All visible. To me they are typical bathroom items. I liken them to toilet paper or tissues. Sounds like your husband needs to change his perspective. It's a natural process that isn't going to disappear for a long time. He should be supportive given the difficulties that come alongside it. My girlfriend gets bad period pain. I couldn't imagine watching her suffer and saying your period makes me uncomfortable. Not the asshole. If he persists, ask him to hide his undergarments cause they make you uncomfortable. Not the asshole. My GF has tampons in the master bath, the guest bath, her laptop bag, her backpack, and in the door pockets and the glove compartment of her car. It's good to have in reach. And if someone still gets uncomfortable about the idea of a period when they're 30, that's entirely their problem. Even the edit makes your husband sound like an asshole. Jesus Christ, it's a fucking period. It's not like shat on the counter. Not the asshole. Your husband needs to grow up. I am a single guy living on my own, and even I have menstrual pads and tampons in both my bathrooms. Visible for everyone to see and for everybody to use. You never know when it comes, and people are not always prepared. Then it is great that they can grab what they need and don't have to be grossed out or ashamed. I also always have tampons in my backpack. Nothing is more annoying than going out with friends and someone noticed she got her period but doesn't have anything with her. Something like that is for that person a mood killer. Always happy to help provide. Only happened a couple of times. Not the asshole. I hope you got a discount for traveling with 2 children. Info is the 30 against your husband and his friend in years or months. Get a grip, you too. Male here. Your husband is still a prepubescent child. I imagine he is also too weak as piss to go the shops and buy you some. Tell him a real man told him to grow the fuck up. Periods are a natural part of living live with it.